Good morning. It is day 3 of the tea advent calendar. And today we have got our first green tea. We have got the Kashmiri Kawa Chai. Here we go. I was poking through this earlier to kind of get a sense of it before I kind of looked it up and did a little research. And this is a green tea with these little bits are cardamom pods. This is a little bit of almond. And then there's also, and a little hard to see, there's some little bits of cinnamon in this one. And this is a very traditional Kashmiri version of chai. And it's one where you almost never add or have milk with it. And there's these are the kind of the basics, but there's often rose petals and saffron are either in it or not, kind of depending on what the blend is. This one does not appear to have rose petals, which I was a little disappointed. That just seems like it would be super Kashmiri. Kashmir is known for having beautiful gardens, also known, unfortunately, for being a border zone rife with violence. And of course, I didn't expect saffron. I didn't pay enough money for saffron. But this is a cool little blend, and I'll get it brewing. So I've only got my tea kettle filled up to about 0.75 liters, which is about 3 cups, instead of just filling it up and going for it. That's because this is a green tea, and green teas traditionally you don't want to boil them. It creates, it's sort of like boiling cruciferous vegetables, right? Like, like Brussels sprouts and stuff, or cabbage or something like that. It releases some of the chemicals that humans are not super fond of, since we're not, we're not big eaters of just leaves. We eat more like fruits and things like that when it comes to plant matter. And so I'm doing 3 cups because I've done a little bit of math here, just so I can show you this and show you that I did this, just to double check my things. So green tea, usually you want it at 175 Fahrenheit, which is about 80 degrees centigrade Celsius. My tap water runs about 68 Fahrenheit, which is right about 20 Celsius if I'm running cold water. And boiling, of course, is 100 and 212 Celsius and Fahrenheit. And so if I have 3 cups that are boiling, that's 300. And if I have 1 cup that is at 20, Claire has decided to add her opinion here. That comes out to 320 divided by 4 cups equals 80. So if I add my 3 cups of boiling water to 1 cup of tap water at normal temperatures, or at room temperature for my distilled water, it should be right where I want it, and with a charged pot, it should hold that temperature for the 2 to 3 minutes. You also generally brew green teas for a shorter amount of time that I want to get a really nice cup of green tea that has kind of the grassy floral notes without going over into the boiled cabbage notes. Just a word on the traditional methods of brewing green tea. So after that, after I just explained to you the whole, like, oh, this is how to brew green tea, here's the thing. Traditionally, the Kawa chai in Kashmir is boiled. And, it's all a matter of opinion and choice, what you like. And, maybe the almonds and things boil out or kind of mask out some of the notes of this green tea. It's kind of interesting. And it's one of the things I've been struggling with, is I kind of look through at the sort of traditions, the Indian tea traditions, and I also keep deep diving into Indian cuisine, which is like, I've got so many recipes I want to try now. And I'm really struggling between the kind of like, oh, this is the way you do it, this is the traditional, this is the method I've always learned as a Westerner, versus like the authentic version of, the people who make the chai, right? I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make it with my method right now, and then I'll report back later. I'll make it with a sort of the pan-boiled method that's common in Kashmir, and I'll tell you which one I kind of prefer, but of course that's totally subjective. God, I don't know. I just feel like it's like a microcosm of life right now, of like that struggle between like authority and authenticity. You know what I mean? It's just so much a part of so many aspects of life right now. Anyway, just a weird philosophical side note that drifted in while I was sipping my tea. I think I'm just about to a boil, so I'll move over and get that shot, and you can stop seeing all the weirdness in my head. Got my water coming to a boil. This is my charged warm pot, but I just put, as you can see, a cup of room temperature water in it. Now I'm gonna slide my little tea basket in and add my hot water. Ooh, steamy brewing happening. Yeah, my whole life it's always been like, oh, you'd never want to boil a green tea leaf. Like, you always want it to be kind of a little below that. And here's all the science behind that says that you won't like it. But again, it's still just, even with all that science, it's just boiling down to an opinion on what you like or don't like, right? So I'll let this brew for just about, I'll go for 3 minutes, and we'll see how it tastes. All right, 3 minutes is up. Take off our little tea cozy. My old stained Brea Olinda mug from back when I used to work there. No, the liquor, the result of the brew is very light and pretty. Looking very good. Let me go sit down and get a good sensory analysis going. All right. Hey, welcome. So I got my nice cup of tea here, and again, it's not quite as hot, it's not quite as scalding hot, so you probably won't see me burn my mouth for another day. So, very subtle aroma, those kind of grassy notes, you know what I mean? A little more like lemongrass, grassy, like a little, you know, like there's a little bit of a sharper tang to it than just straight up grass, but it has more of the smell of like freshly mown grass than it has like the taste of grass. I don't know if y'all eat grass when you're kids. Yeah, a little tiny bit of the almond in the background. Weirdly, not much cinnamon coming through, which there wasn't a whole lot of it in there, but you know, cinnamon usually comes through on aroma so strongly. Got this very beautiful pale, sort of yellowish brown liquor. Yeah, it's very subtle. And again, I can feel kind of a slight tangy sourness of the grassiness on the sides of my mouth, and a little bit of sweetness from the almonds. Again, the cinnamon's not really coming through very strong. So this is a very subtle tea. If you don't like really strong green tea or tea flavors, I would definitely recommend this. This just, I feel like I could just sip this and like sit and like philosophize for hours. So I kind of like it. Oh, I don't even know how to rate this one. Oh, because I've never had this kawa chai before. It's such a unique sort of thing. I'm trying to, do I compare it to green teas? Do I compare it to other chais? Wow. Or do I just take it on its own and how I experience it? I like it. I like it quite a bit. I like the subtlety. I can't wait to try it done in a full boil sort of pan method. 8 out of 10. That's what's happening. I'm going to sit here now and enjoy my most perfect treat ever, the Rice Krispie Square, with my subtle little morning tea. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm excited. I've got my gallery shirt on. I'm going to go look at some art today. I'm actually may buy a little art. I'm going to go up to the Giant Robot store and do their annual Post-it note show, which is young artists doing just little Post-it notes. So you get to see a ton of art in a little tiny gallery. It's really cool. Anyway, have a great day. Have a great weekend, folks. And I will report back about the different brewing method. And soon I will, by the way, break down like the different colors of tea. I skipped over that because today I just wanted to be like, here's how you usually brew a green tea. And then I got caught up in the whole kawa chai thing. Anyway, have a good one.